Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to this new video on Ondo. Obviously, had to cover it. Yesterday, incredibly strong. Well, I'm probably going to call this video just broke out. Even though that's not true, it broke out yesterday, but still incredibly strong. So I wanted to make a video on this. We hit that level right here at $1 yesterday, which is the first resistance level. We want to get up to that level at 1.1. Those are all very conservative price targets. I mean, obviously, if we zoom all the way out, and if we're going to be able to break above that level around, well, it's kind of like between $1 and 1.1. Like you can see historically, 1.05 has been the level that's been respected the most. And we had some strange volatility, of course, right here at the start of March. That's also when we had that crypto reserve news come out. So don't like ignore that a little bit. But ultimately, that's the main level we want to break, and I think we have a chance to do that, even though it's still quite risky. But no, I mean, yesterday, like I said, we broke out of this range. Initially, it looked like a bit of a fake out when we got that breakout on Wednesday. But then yesterday was basically the perfect storm for Ondo, where where Wednesday we did not see that. But on Thursday, yesterday, we actually did see some strong demand coming in from the US again. We saw the Coinbase Bitcoin price go into a higher premium. We saw a lot of volume come in just in general, and the S&P 500 moves up higher, which is usually a great sign as well. So we had that as foundation, and then we had that great news of Ondo being included with the SEC, discussing tokenized US Treasuries, and I've seen some other sources that were talking about tokenized US equities. Yeah, there you can see stocks, bonds, and exchange traded funds. Now, obviously, that's great news, right? We already knew that Ondo was building a tokenized equities platform. I was very enthusiastic about that. Ondo obviously has great connections with BlackRock, and BlackRock also has, well, at least connections with the SEC. So therefore, obviously, that's bullish, and you can see that with the volume as well. Yesterday, we had a massive volume spike. So that means that right now, purely technically, the fundamentals are great. We had a breakout with a lot of volume. Volume right now is up 117% over the last 24 hours. While the volume for the market is actually down 10%, 10-20%, depending on the altcoin. So therefore, I have to say, look, we have some imbalances to the downside. That always happens with a big move like this. But for now, I have to say, I still think it's most likely we're going to rally up higher, right? We actually retested very well as well. So short term, I think it's most likely that we're going for that main resistance level at 1.1, where we have those. That's just a major resistance level as well, and there we have some rolling VWAPs as well. And then it becomes a little bit more difficult once we get there, because the problem is that even though the fundamentals for Ondo specifically and the technicals for Ondo specifically are great, Ondo is still reliant on the bullish momentum for Bitcoin. And at this point of time, Bitcoin still looks strong, all right? So therefore, I'm comfortable telling you, I think it's most likely we're going to rally up. However, I'm not 100% certain. Look, first of all, I don't think we're going to break out of 1.1 unless we get some new major news, or if Bitcoin is going to be able to break out of 94,500. Then we have a chance to break out of that, but that could also just bring Ondo towards 1.1. And then second of all, what I do think you need to be aware of is that Bitcoin is at a major resistance level, and we could still see a massive pullback from here. All right, and if we actually if Bitcoin starts to pull back with volume here, for example, if we get some bad fundamental data, some bearish news, some instability, then Ondo can still drop back down into that range right here between 92 and 76 cents. All right, so be aware of that. Short term looks good, but it is reliant on the markets, and the markets, even though bullish right now, that's why I'm telling you this, are not certain. And that's what I think you need to know. I'll definitely keep you updated on this. When I think there's a chance we can break back into that range, I'll let you know. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.